Hello trainers, Ganeto here with the fastest Alolan Golem from its fresh community day. I couldn't play a lot of battles and it took me a while to build a team around Golem since it has access to a weird typing and also a weird moveset, so that is gonna be a weird fit in the Master League Premier Classic meta. Rollout is much better than I thought it would be, gaining energy so fast that makes Mudshot users look like a freaking joke. I decided to have Swampert as my neutral safe switch while keeping Garchomp as my second ground type. Now let's see how those battles are going ahead your screens, with this Earth Power finishing off my Swampert, but Swampert already did a very good work here against this Garchomp because we took out the shield, and hopefully now with the shield advantage we can outspeed by over farming a lot of energy out of this Garchomp before finishing it off with a pure outrage. However, my opponent here decided to go for the shield, which was absolutely good news for me, so I wanted to go for the switch here to finish off and snipe down that Garchomp, but my opponent decided to go for the Magnezone. And I have no intention in shielding this move, whatever this might be, just gonna be a mirror shot as you can see, and because I have a lot of energy I'm just gonna finish off this Magnezone and another one will be it for whatever they have, because a wild charge, even though it is neutral, look at the crazy damage, boom, on the Cokeldar, dealing a lot of damage. We can simply overfarm here because we have the shield advantage, and I'm pretty comfortable that I can shield one against the Garchomp and still finish off while having my Sandum here being charged up, and the victory will be for us eventually. This is gonna be a SMP, but doesn't matter at all. At this point, trainers, I want to tell you that I really thank you about the support that you show to this channel. Be sure to leave a like before you go, subscribe to the channel because it is a really huge deal, trust me, a really huge deal for the channel to have subscribers, of course. So if you can subscribe, it's absolutely free. I would really appreciate it. If you're already a subscriber, thank you for tolerating my accent, and now let's see this Golem going to town against the Primarina because a double wild charge is absolutely gonna take out both of those shields, and I'm just gonna switch out now to my Swampert. I'm gonna try to go for the Earthquake, but they make an amazing switch to catch my move. However, the move was never pressed, so that worked towards my advantage, and because this is gonna be Gyarados with no shields, I'm pretty comfortable that I can absolutely go ahead and do a lot of those Hydro Cannons to my opponent. Another Hydro Cannon is imminent, and hopefully we can land one more before fainting because they're trying to farm us down, and that is gonna be a huge mistake since Swampert now can finish off while keeping my shield towards my end. They have the Magnezone and we can go right straight ahead for this Hydro Cannon. Are you kidding me? After that we're gonna fail in our mission to finish it off totally, but look at the trainers, they have the Primarina. Is this enough? Let's go with the wild charge, freaking boom on the Primarina, and this Golem is absolutely crazy. If you do not have one, don't be bothered, you do not need it for Master League, but it is super fun to have one on your roster because plays like this are pretty unique. So here comes out the Hydro Cannon on that Gyarados. I have nothing else to throw, just going for the back-to-back Hydro Cannons, and hopefully we can pressure for a shield or some energy spend scenario here because they have to throw a move, they cannot simply farm us down. And oh my, this is gonna be a Dragon Tail version, which is legacy for the Gyarados. So another Hydro Cannon, gonna put on the red. It's okay. I really like Swampert for Master League Premier Classic as a safe switch because it has a lot of soft matchups, and overall I do not see a lot of Dragonites lately. You're gonna see that on this video. Actually, on all of my battles today I saw no Dragonite at all, and that was pretty weird. A lot of Metagrosses, Gyaradoses and Excadrills, but not a single Dragonite, and that's pretty weird overall. Yeah, okay, so Stone Edge, are they gonna respect the damage, trainers? And boom, they are not, because they thought I was gonna go for another wild charge. My first wild charge was kinda blind. I was expecting them to go in with that Metagross. Hopefully here I can farm down, but I cannot because at the last second they're gonna fire off, and now the Metagross is coming in and things are not looking that great for my team. I will try to go here for the Sand Tomb for the potential bait, something like this. We're taking the shield, which is really huge, but now we have to go for another one. They know we have it, however they go for the shield, but it is not gonna be enough because even one more Sand Tomb will not be enough for the Metagross to faint, and of course we're just gonna get destroyed down by the Metagross. First loss, trainers, and now for the next one we have a Haxorus upon the lead. I hate this Pokemon, especially with team composition, because those counters really shred apart the rock typing Pokemon that I have up in front, and Rollout is absolutely crazy. So in the end game, even though you get the bad lead, you can still hit your opponent with back-to-back Stone Edges or Wild Charges, because Rollout is just gonna charge up your moves pretty fast and pretty effectively. So the Body Slam has to be blocked here, trying to go for the Earthquake. Are they gonna take it, trainers? Let's see together, and boom! No, they are not. I wasn't expecting that, to be honest. I was expecting a no shield scenario here, but it's absolutely good for me because right now I can come in with my Golem, try to take this move. I'm not patient to shield because even a superpower will not knock me out, so I'm just gonna take this move as well. Let's see if this is gonna be a superpower. Ooh, it is a superpower, and after that I will try to maintain that energy that I have on my Golem. Things are not looking great, but they're gonna go for the Body Slam here, and now they go for the switch, trying to go straight for that outrage. Perhaps they think they caught a Sand Tomb, but it is not a Sand Tomb, so you are gonna get destroyed with a Haxorus, and now we have to go for the Sand Tomb and the Feint down for the final showdown against whatever they have at the back. We're gonna take this move, I guess. There is no reason not blocking. Oh my goodness, I blocked here. Okay, yes, that would put me on the red. It's kind of understandable, and they have a Metagross at the back. We have to go here for the Sand Tomb. Is this gonna be enough, trainers, for the shield? No, it is not. So we have to go here for the outrage. Hopefully they are not gonna block, and this is gonna do massive damage to this Metagross. So now we can finish them off. They did not expect the outrage, so even without an Earth Power, we're still gonna get a victory here. And I do not have an Earth Power Garchomp for the level 40, so that's why I'm using Sand Tomb. If you have an Earth Power, just go for it. So here comes now the Swampert with the Hydro Cannons and another Gyarados. I'm getting pretty hard countered on the switching matchups, and because we're having a lot of wins, I think it's pretty cool to say that having wins over teams that have Gyarados as a switching, it's pretty hilarious and pretty cool. Definitely worth a like, trainers, definitely worth a like. So at this point Golem will come in, gonna try to suck one Aqua Tail, hopefully not one more, but here it comes, and now we have to take it. That's the sad news, and then to rely on my Garchomp for the total finish off. We have to take this move right now because this is gonna be just an Aqua Tail, but I decide to block because this will put me so low that I will have no answer at all against my opponent. So here comes out the Excadrill. And I'm like, oh my freaking goodness, I have nothing to throw at this Pokemon. They're just gonna block the first one. We have to go now for multiple Sand Tombs, but they can still outspeed me. So they have a card move their own, and it is just a matter of time here. Gonna go for the outrage, they are gonna take it. That was amazing, and right now I'm just gonna go for the Sand Tomb here. Even though if they take it, I don't care at all. The game is already over, just gonna block it, and we have one more ready to go, but this is not gonna be enough, trainers. I know it from the bottom of my heart, and that is gonna be a great game, a very great game, because my opponent absolutely outplayed me here. So next one, trainers, will play to my previous opponent, but we have one more battle going on against the Florist. Yeah, it's a Florist. And we have now the Rollouts doing crazy work against this Florist. Disarming Voice is not gonna be enough to knock us out, so we can take one, and Vine Whips will not be enough to farm us down. Stone Edge dealing massive damage to this Pokemon, and we have one more ready to go for our enemies. So Stone Edge gonna take the shield here. Can we land one more move, trainers? Yes, we can, right on the edge before dying. The IV is absolutely the defensive IVs, because the attack ones chance are not gonna be the best, are gonna rock the matchup here, so we are looking good. Outrage dealing massive damage to this Gyarados if it lands, and boom, it lands. They did not expect that, so we're gonna take the victory because they cannot stand the damage that this team is pulling off. So they have a Swampert up on the lead, really horrible for my Golem, obviously. So we have to go now on the switch to our own Swampert, and I'm trying to go here for the Earthquake. Perhaps that's a mistake, you have to go for straight Hydro Cannons. Double Hydro Cannon is gonna beat for any Swampert out there. I'm pressing the Hydro Cannon, but it was never pressed, and hopefully that gives me the win here against the Metagross, because they thought they caught something like a Hydro Cannon, but that did not happen at all. So I let this go here because they are obviously on the double Hydro Cannon. If I block once, I have to block twice here before I reach to my move, and I can't risk to take the CMP by a random thing because we have a both 15 attack, but they cannot stand my Garchomp, and they already know we have a Golem, so perhaps they had something like a Dragonite at the back and they knew that they were kinda screwed. So next on trainers, and we have another horrible switching scenario, this time not against Gyarados but Venusaur, who plays this Pokemon on the Master Premier, and yeah, this trainer does absolutely get my hat off to that trainer because I love the spice. Hydro Cannon against the Venusaur gonna do lethal damage at this amount of HP, so this is obviously gonna be a very good play by my part because that was gonna be a CMP, and down we go. So at this point now Golem can shield once and farm all the way. Whatever they have, we're gonna rock it down or electrify it. And one of two things. Anyways, down goes the Venusaur, and the Haxorus is coming back, trying to go here for the Wild Charge for the bait. Bait is successful, and trying to go for the Stone Edge, but they make the switch, and of course we are also gonna follow up with the switch. They have a Snorlax, and Snorlax doesn't do enough job and enough good work against our Garchomp, so we can go right straight ahead with those outrages, dealing massive damage to the Snorlax, and we have almost one more ready to go. Trying to go here for the scenario that I cannot get farmed down by the counters from Haxorus, and at the same time I want to just debuff it once and then finish off with a pure Stone Edge. Let's see together, trainers, if this plan can be useful by our part. So here comes the Sun Tomb, nice the debuff, and immediately they switch out to the Stone Edge. Hopefully this is gonna knock out, and boom, of course it can. So the victory will be for the Golem team. Last on trainers, let's see together how great this matchup will be, because we're having a ground type against our Pokemon that is losing super hard to the ground types. So Stone Edge not gonna respect the damage, and this is gonna do massive damage to that Mamoswine, which is Shadow as well. So they have to go here for a move once again to finish us off after we block once, and we have the chance to go for the Wild Charge, take their shield, and I'm like, okay, my job is done here. Good job, Golem, you have to go now. So with that said, trainers, you can see here that we do not care about all the rest of the match. How good is Golem in the end? Well, it is pretty good. You can see that the backline really helps a lot with Golem being successful. This Swampert, absolutely, you love to see it against the Charmer, dealing crazy damage, and of course we have to block here and stuff like that. But Golem also has a part, a fit actually in the Master League Premier Classic meta, and I think that it is most probably something like an anti-flyer, but overall it still can go pretty well against the those neutral matchups, especially something like a Mamoswine, so you can still do heavy damage against the enemy. So with that said, trainers, thank you for watching. I hope you had a fantastic time watching this video. I think you appreciate the fact that I try to go as fast as I can for the Golem, Alolan Golem, right straight from the community day content. And with that said, be sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I hope to see you all into the next one. Take care, everyone.